everyone, Amanda here. Thanks so much for joining me. So the aim of the video today is to share how to make a quick and easy soft cover journal. Single signature, easy as pie, so that if you're new to journaling, you know how to make your very first journal. And from there, once you've mastered that, it's just a case of stepping it up and doing it better each time. So we're just going to do a basic journal. So this is from my watercolour winter florals, which is a subscriber kit over on my Ko-fi. So I've printed this one on 200 GSM lightweight cardstock. This is a beginner journal. It doesn't have to be sturdy. It doesn't need bells and whistles. It's to show you how to do your first journal, or you can use these individually as like signatures for a main journal. Okay, so I've printed it on both sides, cut my borders off, and what I'm going to do in the first instance is I'm just going to distress the edges. You can run it through your sewing machine, do what you want, but we're keeping it quick and easy for the video. My aim is to do it in under half an hour, so let's see how fast we can craft. So there'll be no inking or anything like that. So now what I do is I very gently fold it in half and line it up. Okay, just roughly, but you know, fairly straight. And then I nip where the center point is. So I'm not creasing the whole thing, I'm just nipping it. Okay, then I will grab a scoreboard. If you don't have a scoreboard, you can use a ruler. And where I've nipped it there, okay, I'll put that in my scoreboard, because you know, I mean, it should be 5 7/8, which is half of an A4 once I've cut all of the bits off. But, you know, yours might be different. So fold it, nip it, find where that nip is on your scoreboard and do that middle score. Okay. Then you want to score either side another mark. So those are 1/8 of an inch. So either side of that central one. Okay. And then do another. Okay, so you've got your centre there, and then you've got 2 1/8 score marks either side. So you've got 1 2 3 5 score lines in total. Okay, and that's your middle. Okay, what that's going to do is it's going to give you like a curved spine to sit your signature into neatly without having to overcomplicate things. So then fold it, find that centre, and gently, not fully, don't fully burnish it, just gently. Now, if your cardstock cracks, it's because it's low quality cardstock, but it doesn't matter, okay? It's fine, because you can reinforce with lace or fabric or whatever. Don't worry, okay? So then all we need to do is grab some pages. So for this single signature journal, I would recommend 10 sheets of plain paper. Make your life really easy. You can make it beautiful after you've created your journal with decoration. So 10 sheets of either coffee dyed cardstock, note paper ripped out of a notebook, plain white A4 copier paper, printed digital coffee dyed paper, whatever, 10 sheets. Then I've got 3 decorative sheets. So that's 13, no 4, no that's another cover. 3, so that's 13 sheets, and then I've got 2 decorative elements. So these are paper bags with a doily around, or envelope or something like that. So it's just going to be a 1 signature thingy. So then you decide where you want them. I'm going to have 1 right at the beginning, and then I'm going to have 1 close to my centre page. Where's my centre? That's my centre page. Okay, so I'm going to have, or I might actually have that in my centre page. I might actually have that open as my centre page. Decorative 1 in the centre, okay, and then 1 in between those. So let's have a look what we'll do. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So after 5 we'll have another decorative 1. Okay, and you get yourself a little process going, and then you know, just follow the same technique for all your journals until, you know, the more you make, the better you'll get at it. Then my 2 decorative elements, I'm just going to place them fairly randomly. One there, because don't forget it's going to show at both sides of the book. Okay, and one, say, here. Okay, not thinking about it too much. You can literally make sure you've got even pages and spread things numerically evenly if you so desire. It just helps take some of the pressure off, you know, and then you can use your brain power for decorating. So then you want to get them all together. Okay, now the easiest way to do this, because it's just a single signature soft cover journal, is to then place that in the centre of what's going to be your cover. Okay, this is going to be my cover. Place it in the centre, find the centre, okay, and whilst it's at an angle like that, not flat, whilst it's at an angle and you've got all your pages where you want them, okay, and firmly into those creases, clip it. Let me just move it a little bit. I don't want to show you wonky. Okay. My pages aren't quite lined up. Okay, back in. Make sure that's tucked right into that centre score line. I cut my pages in height and width 1/4 inch smaller than the cover. So I'll get a page, I'll fold it in half, I'll measure my cover and I'll cut it 1/4 inch shorter there and 1/4 inch shorter on the height so that they don't protrude. Okay, because you'll find that as you get lots of pages, they grow and you can see that the centre ones stick out ever so further, much further than the first ones. Okay, some people don't like that and they slice them off. I find that problematic. I end up ruining my pages. So I cut my cover a little bit smaller. My page is a bit smaller than my cover, I beg your pardon. So then make sure that you've got them where you want them and clip your pages to the cover whilst it's in the V. Not flat. It's really important that you do it whilst it's in a V. Okay. Like so. And like so. Then have another check, have a look. I'm quite happy that's tucked nicely in there. Nothing's protruding. Just going to release that one because it's buckling. And that all looks nice and tidy. So then I'm going to show you the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I've done it before, but people ask me all the time. So I've got a needle here, okay, and I've got this is crochet thread. You can use linen thread if you want. I find it expensive. Crochet thread, embroidery thread, even dental floss is a good budget-friendly alternative. And then I measure from the edge there 1, 2, 3 times the length of my journal, and then I normally do 1 for good luck. So 4 times. It'll probably be too much, but it's better to have too much than not enough. Okay, I've got a large-eyed needle, but it's still not a big, thick, fat needle because I don't want big, thick, fat holes in my journal. Okay, thread that on, and I double mine over, which is why I'm wondering if I've got enough there. Hold on a minute. Do I have enough there? I'm actually going to do a bit more because I'm doubling it over. I don't want to do it, so I don't have enough to tie it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do 6. Okay, you'll find your own way because it depends on the thickness of your thread. Okay, but I'm doubling mine over, but it wants to be minimum 4 times, 3.5, 4 times the length of your book, minimum. Then if you're doubling it over, you might need more. Okay, get that in there. Come on. Blind as a bat. take me half an hour to thread my needle and about 5 minutes to make the journal. So then obviously after you've done this, it's not going to take half an hour to complete the whole journal, but that is your base made. Okay, and if you want to make more than one journal at once, you can do several at a time. It's a very quick way of doing it. Okay. Right, so then I've got a soft mat here, and I'm going to use my ruler. Okay, and I'm going to centralise that. My cover is about 8 inches roughly, but I'm centralising my ruler. I'm going to grab a pencil and I'm going to make a mark in the centre, which is approximately 4 inches. And then I'm going to make a mark 1 inch down from the top, bottom, and 1 inch down from the top. So I've got 3 holes. Okay. Right, then I'm going to fold that back up and make sure it's all snugly in there still. And then I'm going to use my pokey tool and I'm going to poke through all of those layers. It's really important to keep it in a V, as tight a V as you can get, because then you'll get a more accurate hit on the spine. If it's not quite in the middle of the spine, you know, don't stress it, you'll get better. And if I just have a look where that's going to come out, you'll see it's coming right out of the centre of that spine where that score mark is. Okay, and that's because I'm keeping it in a V shape, as high a V as you can get. Okay, watch your fingers. Okay, again back into a V, nice and snug into that V shape, and do your next hole. And as you can see, it's gone right on the score line because I'm keeping it in a sharp V. It's not gone offline because I've clipped it. I'm keeping it in a V. Okay, really helps. It's just a technique that just really helps. Look, every time I'm getting it right on that centre score line, and that's because I'm not laying it flat. I do have a binding cradle that one of my lovely crafty friends sent me, but I'm showing you how to do it without any fancy tools. So then with your sewing, in through the middle, out through the back. Okay, so then up to the top and in, and keeping your clips in and keeping it in a V, you should pop straight back through that hole. You shouldn't be messing about. Okay, it shouldn't be a problem. Get your strings, your tails, lift them out of your way. Okay, pull gently, and then you're going back through the bottom. So you've come in through the top, miss out the middle, back through the bottom, and it should just come straight back out that hole there. Moving my tails out of the way. So now I'm going back in through the middle. Okay, you might want to rewind the video, pause it and do it with me. Okay, but once you've got it, once you've done it once, you won't forget. Now when you're coming back through the middle here, it's super important to make sure that that needle isn't catching on your tails. So you don't want it kind of like splitting and going through the tails. You need to hold the tails out of the way, and you want this centerpiece, you want your needle to go at the opposite side of the centerpiece to your tails. So you've got your tails at one side and the rest at the other. Okay, now at this stage you can have a look, make sure it's all lined up nicely. If anything looks twisted and it's bothering you, now is the time to slacken it off and try and straighten them. Okay, and then you want to very gently, not from side to side like that, or else you'll rip this centre hole, but kind of at a diagonal. Okay, gently pull, gently, a little bit at a time. Okay, to tighten those, and you'll know when it's tight because it won't be, well, it'll be tight. I don't know how else to explain that. Okay, then just tie it in a knot. Okay, quite a tight knot, and then I like to just tie mine in a bow. Some people hang charms off them, all sorts of things. It's not for me. I don't have the patience or the hand-eye coordination for beading and things. Okay, then we can remove this and we have our soft cover journal. Okay, so we've got nice and tight against the spine there. You can't see all gaps, it's not moving about. You've got your plain pages, you've got your decorative bag, lots of plain pages for decorating. You've got your decorative page there, another bag there. So here we've got, if you count the paper, that's 40 page signature. So 44, 48, 52 pages. 52 page signature journal there. Okay, 52 pages, because each A4 sheet is 4 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I might have counted that up wrong. It's early in the morning and my brain's not working. That's not counting the doily in the paper bag. So that's more than adequate. So then from there, all you need to do is decorate it. Okay, now if you're one of my Ko-fi subscribers, I'm going to be doing a couple of, maybe 1 or maybe 2, depending on my time, videos on quickly decorating a basic soft cover journal. So if you want to add a closure, you can add eyelets and tie it with seam binding. You can just wrap lace around it. I will be probably gluing some lace onto that spine there to help strengthen it. But these digitals are so beautiful, I don't need to do anything to that front cover. I can concentrate on decorating my pages with the other elements from the kit if I so desire. So there you go, that is how you make a soft cover journal in, how long have I done? 16 minutes and 35 seconds. I think that's pretty cool. So if I can do it in that amount of time, so can you. It's really not difficult. And there you've got your first journal. As I say, I'm just going to waffle on a little bit longer. As I say, this is also great as a signature for a larger journal. So what I will be doing, I'll be doing one with the blue lady, one with the pink, and then I've got a green lady. So I'll basically make 3 of these, okay? And I will sew them all together, and then that's 3 separate signatures to go in a hardcover journal. So that's another way you can do it. Super fast, super easy. I hope that helps. Go and have some fun. Take care, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.